My crafty friends. We're going to decoupage on some shoes. I'm just putting some paper on the inside. I made a pattern out of paper. I just drew around the edge of the shoe. I trimmed my fabric. Fabric is what we're using on these. Trimmed my fabric to the pattern. Then I flipped it upside down on the other piece of fabric, and that's how I cut my pattern for that shoe. You can do this with tissue paper, you can do this with napkins, you can do this with any decoupage paper. The possibilities are endless. Once I have my two pieces trimmed and correct, then I will get my Mod Podge out. There's a little fine tuning that I had to do because I wasn't exact with my pattern, and I just keep laying it down and keep trimming it until I get it right. Then I'm going to use fabric Mod Podge. I put it on the back of the fabric. Then I'm going to go over the top of the shoe, and I'm going to go over it twice. I will also went over it the next morning just to give it a good seal. Once I smooth it out, make sure all my trimming is done, I'm going to put a top coat on. Then I'm going to paint the back of the shoe. Okay, now that we have all the Mod Podge done, the first coat of top coat put on, I am painting the back of the shoes. I'm using Rethunk Junk by Laura in Midnight. This is a resin paint. I think you can use craft paint also. I am not sure, but I know you can use this resin paint. You can get it on my website if you don't have a local retailer, bluejvintage.com. I wanted to leave the trim pieces white, so I am painting everything else. For me, it's easier to paint the edges and then fill in the inside. I did have to go back the next day and fill in just a couple spots that the paint's soaked into, but otherwise there was just minimal touch-up. I did spill a little bit onto the rubber part of the shoe, so I just cleaned it up. Once they're dry, they are ready to go. So now that we've got this process finished, your imagination is endless. Picture any season, any holiday, any sports team. You can make shoes for every single event, holiday, and sporting event. Have fun.